My fault. Anyway, I'm tripping. Um, I'm just here to say I told y'all so. We're gonna keep this short and simple, short and sweet. I'm just here to say I told y'all so. Pausecast podcast. We part three of this. What's the shit? The T app shit. Whatever. I ain't really about to get into this no more after this. But this woman right here said she used to work for the T app, and she said she was working for a man. It's a man behind this whole shit. I told y'all, man. Told y'all it's a man behind this whole shit. Y'all ain't want to believe me though. But let's see what she got to say. Was gonna start off with a little prayer, but we on some bullshit today. We on some bullshit today. Matter of fact, First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 11. When I was a child, thought as a child, understood as a child, even behaved as a child. But when I became a man, we had to put away childish things. But not today on Paul's Cast Podcast. We about to see what the fucking tea is, since y'all want to know the tea. Let's see what's going on.
For the TAP, I was hired by Sean for their legal department. You'll understand why I say it like that in a minute. Upon sharing my story, another woman has reached out to me saying she had a very similar experience that I had. In fact, I would actually say her experience was worse than mine. And I know some of you are going to be mad just because I worked for the app. I've already gotten threats. I want to clarify a lot of things, and I want everyone to hear me out. Now, I am a victim survivor of domestic violence myself. I work with victims, and I also have experience working as a paralegal. And when I saw the TAP was hiring for the legal department, I felt aligned with their mission. I was told it was to help keep people safe, and it was also to actually look into these claims and what was posted. And it was remote work. So, of course, I applied. I started working for him. And I honestly would not say that this was legal work. I would not say that this is in line with anyone doing paralegal work anywhere close to it. And I was highly concerned not only on the process, but things that were posted, things that were shared, that were allowed, process that I just did not agree with, and I voiced my concern. Now, again, as someone who works with victims of domestic violence, I do believe that victims should be sharing their stories, and I do think that people should be keeping themselves safe and protecting other people. I do think that two things.
So y'all come straight to the app and tell y'all story. Ain't gonna tell no friend, ain't gonna tell the police. It's gonna come straight to the app, huh? That's where you're gonna get help at. Okay.
Things can be true at the same time, that there are true stories out there, and there's also false claims and spam and hurting people because of a bad breakup. When I spoke up, I personally feel that I was retaliated against. My payment was.
Before we get into her whole retaliation story, I want to say this, and I said this in the beginning. I said it when this first started going popular, when it hit
Yeah, you said it too, Anton? You said it too, my nigga? Okay.
Detroit, when I got word of it, when people sent me information with regard to it, I said that, listen, this app, I don't know if it'll even be able to stay public. And I don't know how long this app is going to play. I think it's a phenomenal idea if executed properly, but I think it's just a cash grab, a money grab. And it's funny because I look at a lot of the comments now that people are starting to realize what's going on behind the scenes, including a data leak. They don't even have all of their security together. And so hackers have basically did a data leak where everybody that is posted on, or everybody that has uploaded their license, because you had to verify yourself of being a woman before you can even get onto the application itself, all of their data and their information is leaked. So first of all, a security problem. Secondly, I'm never one to just hop on a trend immediately to try to figure out what's going on, because often at times it comes with bad consequences. And this is what you see happening to this app right now. In addition to the fact that I've even heard of multiple people getting sued because there are false claims, false information, and it's ruining people's reputation. So although myself, I'm not necessarily.
Remember before, like I said, y'all women, is dealing with y'all. All y'all women want the same type of man. You know, a nigga with money, high value, shit like that. So with you dealing with these niggas that got some morals, they got some, morals behind them and money, these niggas about to start, these niggas gonna sue y'all. Like they about to sue y'all. This shit ain't true. Y'all better stop talking shit about these niggas if it ain't true. Now, if it's true, a nigga done scarred you or whatever, gave you some bullshit, whatever, hell yeah, do what you need to do. But god damn. Mm-mm.
Necessarily worried about anything that's going on there because I've never done anything. The point is that there are a lot of people and a lot of men that wind up getting false accusations because it only takes one person to have a bad breakup, similar to what she's saying, a person that works for the T app, and women are mad because it's a man behind the T app, meaning that it's a money grab. Money knows no bounds. Don't talk about, oh, I felt safe because I thought it was a woman developer. You ain't think nothing. You never even researched to find out.
Ain't think nothing. Ain't researched it. She probably read like the first couple lines to get in, like, oh, I just got to put my information up. Boom. After that, after she got in that shit, she ain't read no more. Ain't nobody read no more. Like, I'm talking, I read the terms from when I saw it popping up, through on the net. I'm like, okay, this what they gotta do. I'm like, they gotta do all that to go be nosy. I'm like,
If it was a woman developer. And a woman developer could be capitalistic also. But people are feeling some type of way because it's a man behind it, and it only takes one false accusation, somebody having a bad breakup, they don't like the person anymore, they don't want nobody else dating them, or they young and ignorant and inexperienced, and so they don't really understand the implications of what their actions are, and then that translates into somebody making false claims about somebody else or embellishing stories or ruining their reputation. And we've seen it happen. And people just think that you're supposed to take somebody's word for it. Absolutely not. I don't even take people's reviews serious unless I see multiple different reviews that are saying the same thing or I see it for myself. And so now that you have people feeling some type of way, coming out and saying, hey, listen, this is not true, or guys and people are filing lawsuits and they getting defamation lawsuits, and they are getting defamation lawsuits, and don't think for 1 second that they can't pull the IP of the person that left these reviews. People are feeling some type of way. But let's get to the rest of her story and see what she got to say.
Was delayed. I was essentially told to be quiet and follow his process. My hours were cut, and eventually he cut my pay by 2/3. This was not something that he agreed with me on. He unilaterally decided that. And eventually he ended my working relationship with him. Again, I brought up several concerns right before this happened. And upon essentially terminating our contract, I received text from him saying that I reached out to help and kind of implying that I should be working for him for free. And I, of course, didn't respond because I'm not going to work for a platform that I felt was not staying true to its mission in advertising, and there was concerning matters. And I'm not going to work for someone who is making money off of this, and I'm doing the work for free. When I shared my story with this woman as well, she had a very similar experience. I'm hoping that she shares her because it's not my story to tell. But I do believe that there's other people who also work for him who had a very similar experience. Now, again, if you want to continue to support the app, by all means, feel free to do it. I personally feel that if you're a victim of domestic violence, I don't feel that this is a safe platform. You can make your own decision and decide from there what you'd like to do. I would not.
So if you're a victim of domestic violence, let's think about this for a second. Do you think that the best idea is to go on an application to try to ruin somebody's reputation? Or do you think that it's better for you to either contact somebody close to you or file a police report or something like that? Because I have a hard time believing that the best course of action for somebody that is a domestic violence victim is to go on the T app. That's your first line of defense?
Just,
Okay, let's get into it.
Honestly recommend anyone working for him based on my experience and this other woman's experience. Mine was not a one-off. I am
always a
highly
Sean.
concerned about their actual mission, the facts behind it, and their process. I will also say that I have been in contact with some lawyers who have open lawsuits, and I do believe that people need to protect themselves. I'm highly concerned with everything going on. Again, you can do with that information what you will. Some things I just can't say because I did sign a contract. I'm speaking on the things that I can absolutely say, and I hope that this sheds light on everything and people see that, again, two things can be true at the same time. And I hope that I can also connect with other people who have gone through the same thing so we can shed light on if this happened to other people.
It should be interesting how this plays out long term. Again, I think that it's stupid.
that's all I really want to show y'all, man. Hold up. It's great. That's what I wanted to show y'all, man. Like, I don't even about to cover this no more. I'm tired of it. I ain't gonna say all that because I heard somebody just got unalived, I think in Detroit, about this app. So if that facts is true, we will have another update about this app. Other than that, Pausecast Podcast, back with another one. Gonna talk about that man that went around, stabbed about 11 people. Some, I think it was a Mexican, Caucasian dude, but I'm just like, how he stabbed, 11 people, that many people, and they didn't even hurt, he unalived this dude. If it had been another race, that nigga would have been, ooh. But over and out, Pausecast Podcast, shoot another one.